guys! Welcome back to our YouTube channel
/ podcast. We're going to be talking about what kids understand but parents don't. Topic today is siblings.
Let's get into it.
Siblings always fight. And
that's a given.
Your parents get mad because, oh, you punched your brother in the face. No, you can't do that.
Well, I mean, it's violence. Violence is never the answer.
Exactly.
It's the solution. Sorry.
My mom always is angry when me and my brother fight, or she's sad. She's like, why do you guys fight all the time? And I'm like, Mom, we're siblings. Siblings fight. And she's like, no, they don't. And I'm like, name one pair of siblings that don't fight. And so she doesn't understand that because she didn't live with her brother. Her dad had her brother, and then my grandma had my mom, and so she didn't see him that often, and she didn't have to live with him. So technically, in this case, she's the younger sibling, so she was pestering him and always wanting to hang out with him and looked up to him, but that's because she didn't see him all the time. Me, I live with my brother. I'm older, but I see him every single day. He'll literally just walk in my room brushing his teeth and is just standing there. And I'm like, what do you want?
I mean, I do that to my brother all the time. And then I get on to him if he doesn't knock on my door. Like, he'll just come barging in like, dude, no, get out. And then I'll just barge into his room like, what's up, fool? Kind of a deal. But yeah, no, that is a very valid point because when my dad was growing up, him and my aunts didn't get along that well. Because it was like my dad was the middle and everything, so he understands constantly how when my brother and I tend to fight and everything.
Did your dad have more siblings?
Yeah, he has an older sister and a younger sister.
Oh, okay.
So it was 3, he was the middle. But my mom, on the other hand, only had the one, so it was just her and then her younger brother, but he died due to complications, before I was born. So she more sympathizes with how Austin and I should get along a lot. So we try our best, but there are some points where it's like, okay, I need a break from you.
Mm-hmm. Like, just get out.
So it's like, nothing against the adults, but sometimes we love our siblings so much. It's like, I love you, but dude, I really need this break. Like, you're kind of taking me to a point, and I need space.
Yeah.
Give me space.
My dad, because him and his sister always butted heads, and I'm pretty sure she's younger. So, him and his sister always butted heads. They also lived in a different household than we do, and if they got in trouble, they got it. But
they got the chancla.
Exactly. Like, they'll get the belt or whatever. Because I live with my mom, she'll just, now that we're older, she's starting to understand why we fight a lot. Like, we didn't used to fight when we were younger. I loved my brother. I still do.
Yeah, same. No, same. I totally get it. Like, when we were younger, it's like,
you had to take care of them. They were the baby.
Our siblings are like our best friends when we're younger, and then as we're growing up, it's like, okay, we kind of should have friends outside of us being siblings. Like, okay, I think we kind of need our own separate thing going on.
It's also definitely harder when you're around the same age, especially with our brothers. They're the same age, obviously different grades, but we're the same age, and so we have the same friend groups, and we end up just being friends with our siblings' friends. And then they're just like, you're stealing my friends, and I'm like, they're my friends too.
See, that's also really hard because a quick little whatever about us is that we've known each other since 4th grade. And our brothers have basically grown up together too. My brother's 3 years younger than me.
My brother's 3 years younger than me.
So they've always gotten along, we've always gotten along, and yeah, like Elena said, it does tend to be difficult when your brother is friends with your same group of friends, and you want to go hang out with one of them, and they're like, no, let me go with you because I'm friends with them too.
Yeah.
So you have to argue, no, I need space. This is my time.
Exactly. It's hard coming over to her house because I remember I was on my way to her house And then my mom calls me and is just like, come get your brother. I'm like, why? I'm going to Rebecca's right now. And she's just like, because he wants to go see Austin. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Mom, just let me have this time with Rebecca. Like, it's fine.
My
She's
brother
like, no, come get him.
my brother tends to do that a lot.
I think he called my brother and was just like,
No,
hey, your sister's coming over. You need to get in the car right
legit,
now.
he actually, when I was downstairs talking to my parents, he actually called her brother and was like, hey, you should go get in Elena's car with her right now so you can come over here. And I was like, no, we're working on homework.
Just eat my gummy.
No.
Rebecca! I didn't eat any of this!
I was waiting for that. See, and going back to the siblings thing, her and I get along just as well. Like, we're siblings as well.
We also have our fights like siblings.
Yeah, which is a natural thing that happens. Like, I might not agree with some, like, for instance, a couple years back in high school, I remember, well, we're still in high school, but a couple years back, I remember we got into this big ol' fight that lasted, like, what, 3 days? Yeah, it was 3 days.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the gist of it, but it was something like, she texted me and wanted me to help her with homework. And I guess I was being, I don't know what my problem was that day.
You were being like, no, I don't want to be caught in the middle of this.
Because I thought, like, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, no, I don't want to be caught in the middle of this. I don't want to be involved, blah, blah, blah. This, that, and the other thing. So we ended up not talking to each other for, like, a good 4 days. And then had our friends, like, kind of split down the middle.
Oh my god,
on
it's bad
each
because
side.
we had this one friend and that we were both friends with. And it was hard hanging out with them because it was either Rebecca was hanging out with her or I was hanging out with her. We could never be in like the same room at once.
Yeah, it was really interesting. And then finally we kind of just were like, okay, I'm sorry. Apologize to each other. Got over it. Like, we still have our arguments, which is a natural thing, but then it's kind of like we argue and then be like, hey, you want to go get some cupcakes?
Sushi!
You want to go get some, that's our thing.
Sushi.
You want to go get some sushi?
Yes.
And feel better, so that's how we get over it. We bribe each other with food.
Yeah. There's sushi, there's, oh, let's go to Maddie's and have a party at her house.
Yeah, basically. That's, yeah,
It's just how siblings are. They make up or they're like they'll fight and make up. It's totally fine. But the parents, like, you could not talk to your, I didn't even know my brother was in the house for at least 2 days because I was still mad at him.
Yeah, because like all siblings have their different ways of trying to get over a little hump. Like, I feel like it's worse when you're an adult and you get into a fight with your sibling because then that way you can actually cut everything off and like cut them off from your life. Whereas our age,
If you're like a teenager.
yeah, and you live with your sibling, it's like, okay, I'm mad at you. A couple minutes later, it'll be like, do you want to go play video games? Like,
Exactly. Except for my brother both
Fine.
won't play video games with me.
neither will mine, so.
We got Among Us. We're
Yeah,
good.
we got Among Us, it's fine.
Your brother and my brother are very different too because Vince has his basketball friend group and his high school friend group. Austin has like Ari and like his little gaming friend group. People that I don't even know that I've never heard of, which is weird because I know all my brother's friends. Like, I'm friends with them on Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok.
I'm not. I kind of just like, okay, you can be friends with him. See ya! I just dip from the picture. I don't want to be involved.
Yeah, like, I remember me, my brother, and Adrian used to hang out, and we would just kind of like, because they played basketball together, I stayed out of it until high school hit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need more friends. So now me and Adrian are talking, we're becoming friends, and I'm like, this is good, I have another friend.
See, the way I viewed it with Austin and his friends and everything. Oh well. The way I viewed it with Austin and his friends, I was kind of like, okay, you guys are the same age, you're like more annoying younger brothers. You
Yes.
go away.
Yes.
So I have like maybe contact with a few of them on Instagram. Like if Austin were never to answer his phone and be like, hey, do you know where my brother is? Kind of a deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like
That's how I say it, because you just like check in on your brother.
Yeah,
through
just
his
check
friends.
in. It's like, hey, is he doing something bad? Is he good?
Yeah.
And most of the time he's okay,
Mhm.
which is,
See,
yeah.
my brother's friends, he has older friends, and then he has his basketball friends,
Yeah.
which are the same age as him. But they're technically all the same basketball group. And his older friends are actually friends with me, and he doesn't realize that. Because
I think it's hard for our siblings to realize that their older friends that are the same age as us are also our
Exactly.
friends.
So I'm just like, if I'm like talking to him about one of his friends, he's just like, why are you talking to that person? I'm like, because they're my friend too.
That's another hard thing because we also live in a small town, so
Exactly.
everybody knows
everyone.
everybody.
Exactly.
And it's also kind of scary because like our dads are also like really,
Yeah.
they're like best
Our
friends.
dads are really good friends.
So that's how her and I are kind of close as
Yeah.
siblings also because they hit it off really well and got along, and so do our moms.
Mhm.
So it's like,
They didn't, like, my dad and your dad didn't really start hanging out until this year, or 2020.
well, little before as well.
Yeah.
But like, I think some parts of quarantine also, I don't know, they were
It
like,
helped relationships, I think. It also
It did.
destroyed a lot of relationships.
thank God it destroyed my relationship with my ex.
It helped my relationship with you
Yeah.
because we had our break, but we also, like, hung out every single day.
We tried to at least with
Mhm.
the restrictions and everything, but
Like,
we
yeah.
managed to come out of it.
Yeah.
So-
We lost a couple friends, not to name names, but we lost a couple friends.
Yeah.
And
We've lost not from death or anything,
Oh, no,
but
no.
we've lost a lot of people along the way that were like our siblings, I guess, but
Mhm. Some of
that's-
our best friends, but
that's
I
just a
mean-
part of life.
yeah.
We go in and out, and sometimes we have those certain people in our lives for a
Mhm.
period of time, but sooner or later it gets to a point where it's like, okay, I kind of need to back off. One
Mhm.
saying I remember hearing, this is like totally a ramble, whatever, but one saying I remember hearing is, so God might have put those people in your lives, but the reason he took them out is because he heard the conversations that you didn't.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was another big thing because there was a lot of issues between a lot of the people that we used to hang out with, and we're better now,
Mhm.
like better than we have been in a long time,
Yeah.
which is nice, but
We can actually breathe.
yeah, we can actually breathe. And yeah, it's just going back to the siblings, like we love our siblings to death, and sometimes we do need that air from them, but
Mhm.
in the end they're always going to be there for us,
Mhm.
whether or not we need them or just someone to kind of stand by, like,
yeah.
for something.
I feel like quarantine definitely helped a little bit with me and my brother because now I can actually stand in his room, just sometimes, and him not get mad. Like, my mom will hear us yelling across the house, and she's like, what are you guys yelling about? And we're just literally talking. Like,
exactly, that's how the same is for us. Or he'll call me and text me and be like, hey dude, come over to my room. I'll be like, I'm right here.
exactly.
I'm not even like 10 feet away
He'll be
from
wanting
you.
to show me like a Minecraft thing, and he's like, come here, and I'm like, I'm laying in bed.
Exactly.
Just take a picture of it and send it to me.
Yeah.
Although we're in the same house, so I could just walk over.
But, yeah. In conclusion, we both love our siblings to death, and we're both basically like siblings to each other. And sometimes there does need to be that kind of break or space between one another, between siblings, between friends, either way. But in the end, I think with that break that sometimes you'll take, like for instance, if my brother and I just need like a good 10 minutes or whatever apart from each other, it does end up bringing us closer. Like we'll get into arguments and then we'll get in my car, go for a drive or something, and
Yeah.
just everything will be kind of melted away and be better.
Our parents might not always understand what siblings are going through, or
And why we argue all the time.
yeah, how our relationships are, but I know that we do. Like,
Mm-hmm.
siblings out there, they understand their own relationship instead of like, you're obviously not going to know what someone's thoughts are besides that person.
Unless you're a mind reader. I wish I was a mind reader, honestly. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We had a lot of fun filming this video. We could literally talk for hours on end if nobody stops us. But
Yes.
It was a lot of fun.
Make sure to hit that like button, guys, and leave a comment down below what your favorite part was, or what are fights that you have with your siblings.
Já viu rico namorar pobre?